to the corner, and there goes Colette crashing to the canvas.
Today I just want to have a conversation with you through this podcast. I don't know who you are. You probably just found me for the very first time, or maybe some of you are the people that know me from some other places. You're welcome. We're just going to talk real quick as brothers, no doubt about it. And I'm hoping that somebody's going to come out here with something positive with his life. I'm going to tell you my story. My name is Zack Mwekassa. They call me the Black Warrior. Most vicious puncher Africa's ever known. I am African heavyweight champion boxing, world kickboxing champion. I'm an engineer. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm a philanthrope and many other things. So today I just want to tell you a story. Many years ago, I was trying to find a better life. I was really not struggling to death, but I felt like I had something better for me somewhere in the world. And I knew it wasn't in my country. I knew it was somewhere else. And I had to make a decision, a very young man, leaving my parents and going to find myself. When you hear that voice, you don't resist it. You have to go. And it was my time, I believe, and I left. I found myself in a foreign country. I come from a French-speaking country. I knew no word of English in a foreign African English-speaking country, which I probably will share next time, the details. The goal was to go to Paris. I was expecting to go to Paris, go meet my brother. One of my brothers, the eldest, live in Paris. He had been there for many years, and I was expecting to go be with him in Paris, perhaps study and be somebody. You know, Africans, young men, always trying to leave the continent, going somewhere else, trying to have a better life and come back and be a man. You know the drill. So he suggested I went to this foreign African country to go there, wait for a while until he sends me the document so I could travel from there to France. At the time my country was at war, I couldn't travel from my country. So I decided to leave my country for this foreign African English-speaking country, waiting for my brother to send me documentation so I could go be with him. Now I had my passport, I had one passport. And that was the passport with which I could have gotten a visa to fly finally to France, because my dream was to be in France. I was really seeing myself into that Champs-Élysées in my mind. I was already picturing me walking down the street, having fun, building myself, being somebody. I was really excited about this adventure that I was foreseeing in my future. One day, for those who know this place, man, I just don't know what happened. It was around 6 p.m. Night, a bit rainy, cold. It was a winter night. And some dude just jumped in front of me. They were armed with knives and a gun, I think. So I was petrified. They took everything I had. My wallet, my passport. That was the only passport I had. I had already made an appointment with the French embassy to go get a visa. I had the passport, right? I had to go show up at the embassy a couple of days later. Now these guys came to me. They didn't hurt me. They just took everything I had. I was heartbroken. That was my dream going in my face. I've worked so hard to be here. I've waited so long for this moment. And just when I get a phone call saying this, you need to come next week and so we can go through your stuff, they're taking my passport. The only passport I had. I cried that day. I cried that night. It was a very painful night for me because I saw my dream going like forever. I mean, I couldn't get a passport because at the time I remember our country was at war. So I couldn't get a passport. That was the only passport I had. The country was divided. I stayed there. I didn't know what to do. A lot of ideas came through my mind. I remember once thinking, maybe I should go back. Maybe I should pack my stuff. I remember even why not packing my stuff. And the very next morning, one friend of mine that I'll never forget was begging me, please don't go. Please don't go. Please stay. And I remember somebody telling me, just come back. One of my sisters, just come back because this means God doesn't want you to do it. Just come back. We miss you. You were fine here anyway. You're sleeping on the floor over there. Just come back to us. I took my stuff and I was heading to the train station so I could go back home because I just couldn't handle it anymore. And my friend Philip was working with me. As we got to the train station, my phone rang. It was my dad on the phone. And he said to me, not in English, a man that leaves, goes for adventure, he never turns back, going back where he's going. A man that lives for adventure, for his destiny, never looks back. I don't know how the hell he knew that I was leaving. I don't know how he got that sense. He hadn't called me. I haven't spoken to him in 3 months. He called me that specific day, told me the very same sentence you're hearing, and I could see the train coming. I stopped. The train arrived. My friend was like, "Are you going?" I'm like, "No." He said, the train is leaving. What's happening? And I stood there in awe, thinking, what the hell just happened? I don't even know if it was really my dad that called, or maybe an angel. I have no idea. I stayed in a foreign country. I didn't know people. We were sleeping on the ground, on the floor. I had a dream to be somebody in life. I fought very hard. I did some crazy jobs, working as a car guy, looking after people's car. So a boyfriend and a girlfriend come and have fun. They leave their car outside, and I look after the car. I say, hey boss, I'm gonna look after your car while you're having fun. I did that all the time. It was humiliating. I worked as a security guard outside during winter. It was humiliating when some of the owners will come outside with a piece of sandwich that's already eaten and rotten, giving it to me to eat. I knew at my house, even though I came from a country that I didn't like anymore at the time, we were not poor, we were not suffering. I could have food, I was okay, we were fine. I could have stayed, I could have survived, but I made the decision to leave my hometown, my home country, to go find myself in a world, in the dark, in obscurity. Many years later, I became African heavyweight champion in boxing and a world kickboxing champion in the biggest stage ever of the world. I didn't know that place where I lost my passport, where I was crying for my future, hoping that God will do something, a miracle, so the passport can be seen. I didn't know the day that stopped me from going to France was the day that was saving my life, creating in me the person that's going to, in that specific place, a place where I'm going to open my very first business and grow from that. A place where I'm going to build houses, buy properties, construct, build, initiate, create jobs for other people. From a person who's a refugee, losing his passport in a foreign country, being attacked by bandits, losing his passport, his way of life, to a person that builds in this very same country, creating enterprises, businesses, and way of life for some other people that are local, actually. What I want to say to you today, my man, is don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your dream. Don't let other people talk you out your dream. Do not allow anybody to tell you can't do this or can't do that. It's not doable. You don't have the skills. You don't have the attributes. Don't let anybody walk you out. Don't let anybody, whether it's your family member. I even remember many years ago, as I was still struggling in boxing, one day I had a very tough fight. I got paid, but I was hurt. And one of my brothers that loved me very much said to me, can't you do something else? Even my mom said, please do something else. They were doing it for me. It's out of love they did it. They were trying to discourage me out of love. It wasn't because they were pity or hated me. So some people will love you and trying to discourage you and move you out your dreams. They try to move you out my dream. I didn't listen to them. So sometimes you need to say no. I moved forward. My mom carried on saying, please stop. But she stopped one day, asking me to stop. The day I built her house, she stopped saying stop. That's life. Some battles you're gonna fight alone. Nobody's gonna be there with you. You're gonna be all by yourself, with your strength, all alone, in the rain, in the dark, all alone, fighting for your dreams and for your life. Don't listen to other people. Don't let them talk you out your dreams, out your direction. It's your dreams, not theirs. I don't know what you're looking for. I don't know what your goals are in life. I don't understand the situation you are in. I am telling you, you can decide for yourself. You can make a choice for your life. I don't know what situation you're in, whether you want to study, you want to be somebody, a doctor, an engineer. I don't care what it is. You need to have the fire burning inside of you that nobody can extinguish. That's the first thing. Not your family member, not your lover, nobody. This could apply in many things. You maybe are in a relationship with somebody that's very far and it's very difficult and they're trying to talk you out of it. No, you see, it's very difficult, it's complicated. That is none of the business. As long as it makes you happy. Your situation or relationship does not have to make sense to anybody else besides you. As long as it makes sense to you. That's important. That's the only thing you need to know. Stay strong. Look forward. Stop complaining. Stop complaining about how hard it is. It is hard. I slept on the floor on the ground in a gym. I used to be almost homeless until I got an opportunity to sleep in the gym. They told me you can come to this gym, you can train here, okay? Before I became a champion, you can train here. However, you need to clean the gym. Every night you must clean. So client will come and train, hit the bag, boom, 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 sweat, and I'm going to clean the gym. That's the job I did. But I got an opportunity to sleep in a decent place, in a decent room, in a decent, comfortable situation. But then again, it gave me a chance to see the boxing bags every single day of my life. And I understood this was a dream for me. My goal initially was to go study in France. But I became bigger than that through different avenues that God put in your ways. Don't doubt God. Don't doubt God's ways. When a door closes, another one opens. There's a reason to that. Don't listen to people. Listen to your heart. But be mature enough to also live with the consequences when they come. Because sometimes they do. I'm not saying you should be stubborn. And what I'm saying to you, you should be strong. You should stand for something. Have values, direction. Be somebody. Make a choice for your life. Don't let people walk you out, stalk you out your dreams. You can do it. I remember we were living in that house. 25 boys in a 2-bedroom house. 25 guys. Everybody smoking weed except me. Everybody smoking weed except me. And they considered me like a stupid guy because I wasn't smoking. And I said to them, one day I won't be here anymore. I will be traveling the world, being somebody. And they said to me, oh, stop dreaming. Go find a job as a security guard and shut up. That's what they said to me. Most of them don't talk to me no more today. They don't. Because I've become too pretentious for them. I'm too much. I'm too arrogant. But it is very same people that told me I'm going to go nowhere in life. You become who you think. You become who you think you are. Who you become is who you think you are on the inside. I knew I was going to be somebody. I knew that. And I let nobody drive me away from my dreams and my directions. Don't let that happen to you. Today, I just want somebody to know you can do it. Despite anything you've been through, I am telling you, if there's somebody out there in the world that have achieved something, who has come from background similar to yours, he has done it. You can do it. Do it for yourself.